Hi everyone, welcome to today's video. This is a highly requested one. It is about how I lost over 50 pounds. I decided last year in the year of 2019 around January 1st, like how cliche is it that people want to lose weight, they set goals and then they don't stick with it. Well, not me. I kept looking at myself in the mirror at 181 pounds at 5'2". I just did not like the way I looked in the mirror. I didn't like or feel good in any clothes that I wore. And so I decided I was going to change what I didn't like about myself, which is a complete lifestyle change. I ate fast food and the most terrible food you can think of. I lived on McDonald's and Steak and Shake, and it was just fast and easy, but I learned along the way of this lifestyle change you can make quick and easy, delicious food that's healthy too. So I literally had to train my mind to do everything differently. And now I'm at 125 pounds, happier than ever. I did get down to 119, but I felt too skinny at that weight, and I love how I look at 125. I feel healthy, I feel great, and I'm inspiring you guys to also set goals. If you feel you're unhappy with the way you look, you can change it and you can do something about it. And I didn't know where to start. It is the most affordable dieting program I've ever seen, and it actually works. Like legit, you step on the scale every morning and you lose a pound. Like it seems like it's not possible, but I promise you guys it is. I am a walking testimony. So I will insert the pictures before and after of what I looked like and show you guys like how big I got. And this is the little, I call it the lifestyle change Bible of the. I told you guys I pretty much will be showing you exactly what I did. I record and film the whole process of phase 1, 2, and 3 and maintenance. I am maintaining now, and if you follow the guidelines of this diet to the T, it will work for you. You do have to have a strong mindset to do this diet, guys. It's not easy, I'm not gonna lie to you, but it's worth it because I didn't have to work out, which is great, and now I can eat a lot of food and I will maintain my weight loss as long as I have the healthy food. If I go back to eating like my old ways, I'm gonna put the weight back on and more. So I just continue eating healthy food now. I drink my water, I don't work out, and I'm maintaining. I step on the scale every day and I'm still maintaining at 125. So this is definitely a doable diet if you put your mind to it. I mean, for me, my motivation was stepping on the scale every day, and I lost a pound or two every day. So let's get into today's video, and you'll see all the food that I eat. I'm going to show you step by step so you know exactly what I did. It comes with this tracker, so you can track your weight every morning, write it down. So all of your questions and answers will be found in this booklet. So I'm just going to go ahead and talk about everything in order so you guys know step by step what I did. So there's 3 phases. There's phase 1, 2, 3, and then life, where you maintain your weight loss. For phase 1, it is only 2 days long. You literally load. You eat so much fatty foods, and it's not that you're supposed to go crazy on like junk food, but if you want, like those are your last 2 days to say goodbye to that stuff. Like I went all out. I was like, all right, if I'm not going to be able to eat donuts and pizza and McDonald's and all this stuff again, like I have been, then I'm going to go all out. So I did. So what they recommend you is you are going to take these drops 3 times a day. 10 drops under your tongue for 15 minutes before and after you can't eat or drink. So in the morning, you're gonna take your drops, wait 15 minutes, and then start loading. You're gonna literally just stuff your face. Now for the loading phase, you're going to literally eat as much as you can possibly handle. The goal is so that you can maintain a constant feeling of being stuffed and eating as much as possible, including fatty, high carb, starchy foods. And it's essential that this portion of the program is observed because as short period of this indulgence is, it's going to prepare your body with essential nutrients that reserves that you will need to help your body during the low calorie intake portion of the program, which is phase 2. So phase 2 is the very strict, like the most strict part of the diet, but it's so worth it, guys. If you actually have self-discipline and do this part of the diet, this is where you're going to see yourself shed at least 1 to 2 pounds a day. So phase 2, after the loading phase, you're going to go ahead and continue taking your drops as directed. You're going to weigh yourself, preferably in the morning after you use the bathroom. Keep a record of your weight each day using the chart provided to track your progress, and you're going to be having to drink 1 gallon of water a day. This is probably the toughest part of the diet because you constantly have to go pee, but I'm not going to lie to you guys, my hair, my skin, everything, I just felt like I was glowing. I felt so good. I was flushing out all those toxins in my body, and I personally, even on life now, maintaining my weight loss, still drink a gallon of water. And you get used to it. So that's going to be a part of the phase 2 diet as well. And you should do it on life too and maintenance. So following the program on phase 2, for breakfast, you can drink your gallon of water. You can drink tea or coffee. You should avoid juices, any diet drinks, flavored water you shouldn't drink because they add so much stuff to it, guys. Like if you start actually reading the ingredients, you're going to be shocked at how much stuff they put sugar in everything. It's ridiculous. Like we wonder why people are obese in this country. It's because of what they're putting in our foods and our drinks. So after you drink your water, tea, or coffee and avoiding all that other stuff, I personally drink black coffee. I got used to it. It's an acquired taste and I love it. Okay, so I just took my oatmeal out of the microwave after 3 minutes. It's pretty hot. So I go ahead and mix it up a little bit. And I let it sit until it cools off much because this is way too hot to eat. And I typically eat this twice a day as my breakfast and as a snack. And then about 3 o'clock is when I eat my lunch, and then I try not to eat later than 7 o'clock for dinner. So I'll go ahead and record what I eat for lunch and dinner. And I know this is really weird, but once I find something that sticks to me and something that I like, I eat the same thing every single day. If I notice that the scale is starting to not move, then I try to like change it up a little bit to shock my body and try a different recipe, but for the most part I eat the same thing. So I'll go ahead and share with you guys my lunch and dinner. Stay tuned. For lunch and dinner, you can do 1 serving of approved meats, and I'll read all the approved meats to you guys. It is beef. You can eat flank steak, sirloin, filet mignon. You can eat lean ground beef. It has to be 97% lean ground beef. You can have veal, buffalo, elk, or venison. I don't know how to say that. Okay. You can also have chicken, skinless breast only, no other parts of the chicken. You can have white fish, such as flounder, sole, cod, tilapia, halibut, mahi-mahi, Chilean sea bass, lobster, and shrimp. You can have also crab, but it has to be fresh, not imitation. So out of that list of meats, and for also lunch and dinner, you can consume a serving of vegetables from the approved list, which is spinach, chard, beet greens, lettuce of any kind, tomatoes, celery, fennel, onion, any kind, red radishes, daikon okay, cucumbers, asparagus, and cabbage. No other vegetables are permitted while doing phase 2 of the program. The vegetables can be raw, steamed, grilled, plain, or boiled. For dressing, you may use apple cider vinegar, pepper, half a lemon, and or mustard. Make sure you check the ingredients on the back of everything to make sure they don't add any oils, butter, or sugar. Even in your spices, you have to check because they add stuff to it. And just because it doesn't say sugar doesn't mean it's not in there, because they have other words for sugar in there that's kind of sneaky. And anything usually that ends in ose, O-S-E, is some sort of sugar or alternative to sugar. So for lunch, I'm going to have flank steak. I cut up these strips here and I weighed it out to 4 ounces. I love to season my steak with garlic powder, parsley, and salt. And then I love to make this as my salad. I do tomato, cucumber, onion, and lettuce. And I do a little splash of apple cider vinegar as my dressing. And of course some parsley on top. I love using my George Foreman grill. And it cooks it so fast and it's easy to clean. So pretty much for lunch and dinner, I had my 4 ounces of protein and my 4 ounces of my vegetable. Usually what I'll do is I'll go shopping and I will do everything at once. I'll meal prep and weigh everything out as far as my meats go. And then I'll portion it and put it in a Ziploc baggie so that I just throw it all in the fridge, and then every day when I'm ready to cook, I'll pull out what I feel like eating for the next day. And it made it very simple. The only thing I had to weigh out every day was my vegetables. So you definitely have to buy yourself a little scale, and you can get it anywhere. You can get it on Amazon, Walmart, Publix. So on phase 2, guys, unfortunately, absolutely no oils, no butter, only the approved dressings that I've read to you guys. You may have 2 servings daily of the approved fruits as well. You can do that for breakfast or as a snack. You can have either a medium-sized apple, 1/2 of a grapefruit at a time. You can have 6 to 9 strawberries depending on the size, and you can have a orange. It has to be medium size. As far as carbs of some sort or grains, you are only allowed to have 2 crackers per day, and it's not to be eaten at the same time. You can have Melba toast, grissini breadsticks, or Wassa crackers. And a little tip, guys, for your meats, you should make sure that you trim and remove as much fat as possible. You may bake, steam, grill, etc. You may season your meats using white or black pepper, sea salt, garlic, basil, oregano, parsley, or any other plain herb and spice. Make sure it's not filled with anything else, because there's so many added ingredients such as sugar and hidden oils inside of seasonings, so double check everything. It's super important, guys, that you weigh out everything and make sure it's exactly 4 ounces each of your protein and your vegetable. And then you have your 2 fruits a day. It's vital that you actually drink your whole gallon of water as well. For the first few days of the diet, it was very tough for me. I had like a carb withdrawal. I felt very tired, I felt weak, I felt nauseous, and I had a migraine. And the reason is because I went really hard on my loading days and ate way too much sugar and carbs. So if you don't want to do that for your loading days, that's totally okay. Just make sure you're getting a lot of healthy fats in, such as peanut butter, olive oil, avocado, stuff like that. Maybe like bacon and cheeseburgers. But yeah, I went all out. I went too crazy and I had a major carb withdrawal. And the first few days, it's totally normal to feel a little bit hungrier than usual. But I'm telling you, after like the 3rd or 4th day of me being on the diet, I got so used to it and I didn't feel hungry at all, especially with the added supplements. And like I said earlier, guys, do not work out on this diet. Like, you're not allowed to, even on phase 3. And I wouldn't recommend after on maintenance for at least a few months, and I'll tell you why later. Here are some do's and don'ts while on the Omni Drops program. Do not work out. Do not take any unnecessary over-the-counter medications unless absolutely necessary. Of course, you want to consult your physician before abstaining from any prescription medications, as this is not recommended. Your primary care physician should be monitoring any medical conditions or prescription medications during the duration of this program, as servings may need to be adjusted, etc. Do take doctor-prescribed medications if needed, like insulin, blood pressure medication, heart medication, etc. Do not skip your meals. I mean, who would want to do that? Do not eat, drink, or chew if it is not on the approved list. Do not consume sugars or starches of any kind. Do weigh yourself using a digital scale, weighing in at the same time every morning upon waking and after using the bathroom. Although not necessary, you may wish to avoid using makeup and lotions that have oil in them while on this program, because that could also stall you. So check if there's any like oils and stuff in your makeup or any like lotions, creams. Something I also noticed that I want to share with you guys is if you don't weigh yourself at the same time every day and try to get on a schedule to eat at the same time every day, your weight could fluctuate a little bit. I noticed that if I ate too late, it wouldn't show my weight loss as good in the morning, and that's because I ate too late. So try to stick to a schedule and try to eat your dinner, I would say, before the latest 8 o'clock at night. And definitely try to get your gallon of water in like earlier in the day so you're not peeing all night when you're sleeping. Oh, and they also have very good programs if you guys are a vegan or a vegetarian and you want to do this diet. There's some other alternatives if you're interested in that. So in the rest of this little booklet, there's tons of recipes for you guys. You can even look up on Pinterest, or there is a Facebook group if you have a Facebook account. And it's really nice and motivating seeing everybody losing their weight and holding each other accountable, and just they have so many questions already asked in there. You can search in the group, and it's a really nice little community. Alright, so for dinner I'm gonna have salad with a side of tilapia. I like to cook it in my air fryer. It cooks it so perfectly. I just press the power button and go to the fish setting and press start. Cooks it for 10 minutes. Let's see the temperature. 350. Guys, it cooks my fish perfectly. Like, it's so juicy on the inside, but the outside is like lightly crusted, and it's perfectly cooked. It's so good. And then I'm gonna have my salad on the side with my fish. I like to sprinkle parsley on top of my salad with some tomato, onion, cucumber, and lettuce with a splash of apple cider vinegar. And then on my fish, I like to do parsley, black pepper, onion powder, and salt. And that's really good. So originally when I started this diet, I was 181 pounds, and I'll be sure to insert a picture so you guys can see how big I was. But yeah, I went from 181 to 148, and now I'm trying to get down to 125. And I just thought of this. I just wanted to bring you guys along with me on my journey and share my weight loss tips and tricks, because everyone's been asking me, how did I do it? This is how. I'm ready to get this rest of it off. I know it really works because I've lost at least a half a pound to a pound of fat loss a day. and I've literally had clothes falling off me. So I'm ready to get this rest of the weight off.